Hi, everybody. I've got a trial for you. We're going to go to Iowa, Scott County, Iowa, where Christopher Behall, 31 years old, is on trial for the murder of his girlfriend, Taylor Escontrias, also 31 years old. But the way this gets started is a little weird, so stay tuned. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back, and it's freezing outside today. We even had a tornado warning that the tornado siren went off, but I'm still here. I haven't been blown away. 60-mile-per-hour winds all night long. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been waiting since Monday for this Christopher Behall trial to begin. They're calling this the Visions of Violence trial. On March 14th of 2024, he is accused of murdering his girlfriend, Taylor Escontrias. Now, the way this was developed was a little different than we see. First of all, they had jury trial or jury selection started on Monday, continued yesterday. And I thought for sure this would not take very long to get a jury, but apparently it is well known in the state of Iowa. So it did take them a day and a half to see the jury. And then they had opening arguments set for yesterday afternoon, but nobody covered them. There's no footage of the opening arguments at all. Long Crime didn't have it. Court TV didn't have it. The local news station put up a thumbnail for it, but never went live with the feed. So I don't know what happened. So this morning we start off with testimony. There was some testimony yesterday afternoon that I've got to listen to and cover regarding a witness who was testifying about Christopher and his girlfriend's relationship. So I will bring that to you. But today we get the first officer on the scene. He is a lieutenant. And just backing up to opening arguments, I did hear that the defense's argument included the fact that he is not denying that he did it, but he's saying that he was intoxicated. I don't know how much of a defense that's going to get him, but okay. And he was intoxicated for sure. So at 1:47 a.m. on March, what did I say, 13th, 14th, I think, let's see, March 14th, 2024, this lieutenant is dispatched to a single vehicle accident. He arrives at the entrance to the airport, and this car, it's a silver Impala. Now, it takes him about 9 minutes to get there, doing the math in my head, about 9 minutes to get to the scene. As he's approaching, he sees that the vehicle has hit a concrete post. There's a light pole that has a concrete post around it. He's hit the concrete, damaged the car pretty good. And he estimates he was probably going at least 45, which is the speed limit in that area. And he made contact with the driver, who was unconscious but regaining consciousness as he was there. And coming to is the way he put it. Clearly, the guy did not know what was going on. He was bleeding. He had no shoes on. There was blood on his shoes, blood on his shorts. He complaining of pain on his left side. But there was a knife located down by his feet. So they took the knife out because they wanted to get him out of the vehicle after the medics checked him out. They were going to take him to the hospital, but they didn't want him to get cut on the knife. So they and it's pouring rain. Did I mention it's pouring rain? They take the knife and they put it on top of the vehicle because they didn't know, is this guy, was he trying to kill himself? Or is he going to hurt himself getting out of the vehicle with this knife? So they showed the knife to the jury. And then this officer said he was making a lot of confusing statements and said his name was Chris. So they ran the vehicle and it came back to Christopher Behall. So they figured this is who this was, Christopher Behall. I want to show you the body cam footage from this officer when he approaches the scene. So you can see the condition of this man when he arrives.
Your Honor, I'm now starting Exhibit 55 from the beginning. Can you wake up for me? Buddy, can you look at me? Are you all right?
Yeah.
You're in an accident. Do you know that?
No.
Where were you heading to? Do you know where you're at all or anything?
Yeah. The auditorium.
Wait, where were you heading, you think?
The auditorium.
The auditorium?
Yeah.
Where's the auditorium at?
The stadium. Stadium.
What's your name?
Christian.
Chris?
Chris.
Ian?
Chris Levy.
Oh, okay. Six, I have a Chris. I don't have the last name yet. All right. I'm going to have fire personnel check you out here in a second, all right?
Yeah.
Just seeing what else we have over there. Nothing over there? All right. Whose car is this? You don't know whose car it is?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
He said his Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him. That's the same last name. All right. Can you hit the seatbelt over there for me?
Yeah.
Nothing on you, right?
Nope.
Okay. What hurts on you right now?
No, nothing other than my waist bone.
Your waist hurts?
Yeah, my waist.
Your waist hurts there? Okay. All right. These fire guys are going to talk to you real quick. Make sure you're okay. I'm going to step out of the way. Hi. Oh, he's 99. Is he? I'm guessing he's wasted too. So he's on something.
I'm going to pause it right there for a moment. We're at, according to the time on the body camera, 1:56 a.m. and 57 seconds. You see another deputy or uniformed individual in the picture. Can you tell us who that is?
That would be Deputy Jake Turner.
Okay. I'll continue.
There's an auditorium. He's going to the auditorium by 80, wherever that's at. Oh, he's going to be transported, so we probably just... I'll take care of Fred's. If you want to go to the hospital, read him, like consent, all that stuff. 96, go ahead, something here, Fred's. So where are you bleeding at down here? Your foot's all got blood on it. Where's your shoes at? Do you know where your shoes are at?
No.
Okay. Did you just jump in the vehicle from?
Yeah.
Where'd you leave from then?
Not sure.
Not sure. All right. When you get, why is there's a knife down by your foot? So I want to make sure I move that. Okay. So
if you want to go foot, I'll put my foot in front of my head.
All right. You didn't cut yourself tonight at all, did you?
Nope.
All right. But you say you don't remember where you were coming from?
Nope.
Not at all?
Nope.
Girlfriend's house, your house, anybody's house?
Not really sure.
Okay. So do you know where you're at right now?
Hospital, I'm pretty sure.
The hospital is where you're thinking at?
That's I'm pretty sure.
You're over by the airport.
Okay.
Do you know how you got there?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. Chris, beautiful weather for this. All right.
Interesting. So they also learn through the computer-aided dispatch system his last known address, because apparently some of these officers were familiar with this guy and his girlfriend. So they wanted to know what's their last known address. And he said that they were going to send a deputy to his home because the driver wanted to make sure his girlfriend was okay. So they were trying to figure out where he came from. Like, where have you been tonight? He didn't know. Thought he was in the hospital. Didn't know where he was. Didn't know how he got there. There was no alcohol bottles found in the car. So wherever he came from is where the alcohol was consumed. So they sent an officer to that address, and there was no answer at the door. And that's really all they could do at that point. So this officer gets him to the hospital, sends a deputy to follow him to the hospital. They go to Genesis Hospital. And around 4 a.m., this lieutenant gets a call from the deputy at the hospital. Now, we're not allowed to hear what he heard from that deputy because it's hearsay, but we're going to hear from that deputy and we're going to know what he said. But based on what he was told during that phone call, he and another officer head over towards the apartment building. They were in apartment number 12. They both arrive around 4:12 a.m. There's no answer when they knock on the door. And they're thinking, well, we need to, at this point, we've got to check. We've got to do a welfare check here. The door was unlocked. So the deputy, the other officer stands back, the lieutenant, and the deputy makes entry into the home. And the next thing they hear, this lieutenant hears, is he says, oh shit, there was a deceased female behind the door. So at that point, what they did was they wanted to make sure there was no other victims in the house or no other people in the house. So they cleared the house very quickly. They find a baseball bat located on the couch in the living room. And that is shown to the jury. I want to show you a picture of this baseball bat. It's really damaged. If he used this on her, he was hitting her pretty hard because it's an aluminum bat and it is bent to hell and bloody.
On the couch, pretty much you can say the living room of that apartment. So right inside the door, the couch was there, and this was on the couch.
Your Honor, the state moves to introduce State's Exhibit 23.
Exhibit 23 will be admitted.
Permission to publish.
You may.
If you could show that to the jury.
It's loose on the bottom down there, so I just want to make sure it doesn't fall out.
Thank you. May I approach the witness?
You may. Be admitted.
Yeah. So the next witness takes the stand. Let me just make sure I finished that part. The cross-examination happens of this lieutenant, and they were really emphasizing, he was slurring his words, wasn't he? He was, but he was cooperative. Yeah, he was clearly intoxicated. Yes. Then the next witness is this Deputy Turner that follows the ambulance to the hospital to conduct an OWI, which is operating while intoxicated. Some people call it something different in other states. DUI, OWI, that's what it is. Driving while intoxicated, and intoxication in this state is 0.85. Anything above 0.85. Normally around the country it's 0.8. So they're not far off. They're giving you a little leeway, not much. Anyway, so he's there to investigate. And his conclusion is that this man, when he walks in, he's also got the body cam footage out. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's like 3 different footages. I'm going to show you the most pertinent part, but he is laying in the bed. He's got his cervical collar on. You can see blood on the left side of his body. And this is where he said he was complaining of pain. And there's not been a determination yet. Does he have a head injury? Clearly nothing life-threatening because there's alarms going off everywhere and there are no medical personnel in this room with him. None. So this officer decides he's going to do the OWI, but he doesn't have an OWI kit with him. So he calls to get a kit, and on cross-examination, they pointed out, did you know the kit was expired? Now, I don't know what's in this kit, but whatever it was, it's been expired. So he didn't notice that, but he said there were 6 out of 6 clues that he was intoxicated. And he says the relevance of 6 out of 6 is that if you test for even 2 out of 6, you're considered intoxicated. He tested positive for all 6 clues. Then he said, I need to tell you something, but you got to turn all this beeping off. I can't even think straight. This is a victim saying that. He's like, okay. He goes out to get the nurse. By then he's, read him his rights as far as testing goes, because they're going to do a blood alcohol test. So he takes the paper out to the nurse to get the blood alcohol test done. I don't know what the result was. I haven't heard that yet. Doesn't know if he has a head injury yet, but the nurse comes in to check on him. He says, can you turn these stuff off so I can have this conversation with him? So so she gets the alarms silenced, and here's the conversation that they sit down to have.
Sorry, you're all tangled up.
You're good. It's not your fault. I'm a piece of shit here.
You're not.
No, trust me, I am.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way about yourself.
Can I ask you, was I covered in blood when I came in here?
Me? I did not see you to be
You
honest.
had like your feet were cut up, I think, and then you've got your.
Were my hands covered in blood?
I don't know about your hands. My boss came out with you first. You got a couple cuts like right here on your side. That's why we were asking like if the knife might have like went flying.
Okay, that's why I really need to ask you. My address is 105.
Crestview?
You drive. The apartment code is 50. It's apartment 4. I need to make sure she's alive.
We went there and knocked and she didn't answer. We know the door code and everything. Thank you.
But
What makes you concerned that she's not?
I don't know.
Okay.
Something in my mind makes me feel like I did something. I don't think I would have ever done anything like that to her. Because I'm not like that.
Were you guys having a fight earlier today?
No.
Okay.
But
Is it just kind of some thoughts you're having just because we know she didn't answer yet?
yeah, kind of.
What else? Like, I mean,
Are you staying or?
no, I'm just talking with him quick and
Okay, because I was gonna say Doc City's probably admitting. So.
yeah, I figured that.
I'm really fucking scared that I have these pictures in my head that like I beat her with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And like I know that's incriminating myself, but
Well, at this point, it's for the safety of everyone involved.
I need to make sure that she's okay.
Nope, I can send another deputy up there to see if we can go check for her. Okay. Do you have your keys to your apartment in your car, or like are they on your car keys?
Yeah, they're on my keychain. They're the gold ones, not the silver ones.
Okay. Chris, you're not a piece of shit. I've been doing this job a long time, and I've seen some pieces of shit. I did a lot of stuff with. I was a drug investigator. I've seen some people who are pieces of shit as far as what they've done to, and I've done stuff with child crimes, stuff I don't even want to talk about. You don't even want to imagine. You're not a piece of shit. You're not down on his luck.
If there's anything that I did that's going through my head, then
Okay. Let me get a hold of my boss and just have him go up there and check on her. I'm sure she's okay.
So if you look at the title of what they're calling this trial, the visions of violence, he didn't say he was having visions of violence. He said, I beat her with a baseball bat. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Yeah. Now, during this interaction, he was, some of the video that I didn't show you, he was asking, can I have my cell phone? I want to call my girlfriend. And the guy's saying, well, what's her number? I can call it for you. He's like, no, I can't remember her number. And that's not unusual. First of all, he's intoxicated. Second of all, I don't memorize numbers either. They're in my phone. I don't know anybody's number. But he says, you know, if my boss will let me, I'll go out and get the phone out of your car. And he's like, oh, that's great. But once this officer gets this information, that's when he goes out, calls his lieutenant, and he says, hey, you need to go back out there and gain entry to that home, because he's saying he's seeing visions of beating her with a baseball bat and wants to know if she's still alive. And so then he leaves him unattended in the hospital. He goes out there. By the time he's on his way out there, the lieutenant and another officer have already arrived on the scene and found the body and informed him that they found the body. So when he gets to the scene, this officer, he secures the perimeter of this crime scene. And then once the perimeter is secure, he goes out and starts canvassing. And he interviewed a guy named Dylan Carr, who lived in the apartment directly underneath them. Now, I'm sure we're going to hear from Dylan Carr here, maybe even this afternoon. So that's where we're at with this trial. Very quick. I just wanted to get you updated through lunchtime. And tomorrow I will have the rest of what happened on day 2 for you. So have a great afternoon. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Helps the algorithm. And subscribe. It's free. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care.